Like, folks, this market is absolutely bonkers. Not what I expected the past couple of days. Um, it's been unreal. It's been unreal. Yeehaw! Crypto strike back in the mix, baby. Listen, folks, that dump and that recovery, insanity. I mean, let's take a look right quick. Let's go into the charts right quick. Let's take a look for what I'm looking at. Let's go to BTC right quick. Bitcoin, 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 the good old Bitcoin, the one we all love, the good old Bitcoin, folks. Not gonna lie, the past couple days, when, especially on the daily candle, when BTC, yeah, especially that on BTC when we had that correction last couple days ago. Let me know if you guys hear any reverb or anything. So listen, the reality is that that correction that happened, over, it was basically yesterday morning, when things got a little critical. Me personally, like the rest of all of us, I thought personally that the market was gonna dump. We held support. I've been saying numerous times over, about 90. Let me draw a line over here for you guys so you guys can get a better picture of what's going on. So about like 91K, we can call it, we're all so 91.6. We'll draw the line here. So the only reason why I drew the line here is because this is the point where multiple capitulations had hit, right? We had over here on November 26th. We had on November 26th. Then we had on 5th of December. We had one here on December 30th, January 9th, and then, of course, the infamous January 13th. Yesterday, when things got super, super wild, everyone got a little nervous. And I just continuously said, like, if Bitcoin stays above 90K, right, that we have to remain bullish. And the reason why we have to remain bullish is only because that's the support that's held for literally the past 2 months. Since November, we've held, right? And I mean, BTC has held really well. So at the end of the day, I'm gonna continue my stance. If we stay above 90K, then we are bullish, right? And right here on November 4th, which was the Trump winning the election, this is when the whole crypto, Trump pump started, right? Started all the way down here, and we've done well. Now, me personally, there's many things that I feel like that could happen in the near future. I feel like a lot of people are getting very souped up, right, about this pump, and how we let's see the 4 hour, and how Bitcoin has recovered really well. The reality is, though, now this is when I'm going to get extremely bullish. I'm already bullish, right? But this is when I would get extremely bullish, would be if we see Bitcoin starting to break this last moving average here. Okay. Now, if you notice, Bitcoin is getting stuck at this moving average. We might see a drawdown. Only reason why I say that is because anytime we pass this moving average, we moon. So if you notice right here, we have Bitcoin floating around this moving average, right? Doesn't want to completely pass it. Soon as it breaks past this, we see a huge move, okay? And that move right there, I mean, that doesn't seem like a lot when you look at it, right? But it is a $4,000 move, okay? So when Bitcoin passed that moving average, we seen a $4,000 move on Bitcoin. So we have to think, right? This spring right here was already an $8,200 move. We break this, we can easily see a move. Me personally, let's draw this 100K line right here. The most important, I'm gonna draw right here the most important resistances that we need to pass and where we're trading in, right? So the thing is that right now we're in the bottom half of the range, right? Because Bitcoin has been ranging in this for a very long time. 2 months has been ranging in this. So me personally, obviously if Bitcoin were to pass this moving average, obviously on the 4 hour, that would be extremely bullish. Now we're obviously going to see some resistance at 100K. Now the thing is though, if Bitcoin's able to pass 100K, what I'm really looking forward to is that we can pass this shoulder, which people were assuming this was a head and shoulders, right? Shoulder, head, shoulder, right? And then it broke down. That's why a lot of people were bearish. But the thing is that for the most part, right? And this is something I learned, that reversal patterns, for the most part, are always, they don't happen, right? Usually for the most part. So if you're trading in a channel like this and we see a reversal pattern, most likely you're going to want to trade the bottom of the range, right? Because anybody for the past 2 months, okay, who have bought Bitcoin here, here, even here, 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 and here, are all in the green. So that's something to keep in mind, right? Anybody who bought the bottom of the range is up right now. So me personally, if Bitcoin were to retest the bottom of this range, it would also be a buy. Okay. Now, for all those who like leveraging, for all those who like putting in longs and trying to make money on the the big gains, etc. Me personally, Bitcoin breaks out of here, this could possibly be a long opportunity in my eyes. Now, it's not breaking out just yet, but the chart is looking good because at the end of the day, this was right here a neckline. Okay? When Bitcoin broke down, many could expect that it would get stuck here and dump down because this is the neckline and go back into a downtrend. But the opposite happened, broke down, but caught back up over here at the neckline. This is why it kind of got stuck over here for a little bit. That's why we've seen a little bit of resistance right here. We've seen a lot of resistance right here on Bitcoin. It didn't want to pass because of the neckline. But as soon as it broke out, that's why you see that huge move. And we consolidated a little bit, and now we're trying to make another move. So it's extremely important to understand that right now, it's not like I'm saying that, we're going to the moon and put all your eggs in right now. But it's something to keep in mind that if Bitcoin does decide to break out and it would be 97,406, then possibly the next move could be to the top of this right shoulder, which was, could have been the head and shoulders, but looks like it's being invalidated. So at the end of the day, the bulls are winning right now. And as you all know, we're at January 14th. And of course, the pro-crypto government is coming into office. And this is what I was trying to get at, on Instagram. I was trying to tell you guys that, like, at the end of the day, we have a pro-crypto government coming into office. I mean, we've never had a fully pro-crypto, government, right? Fully coming into, heading the U.S. right now, right? Let me show you guys something that I wanted to show you. Hold on. So this article right here is talking about why the U.S. under Trump might start amassing Bitcoin and what that means for its price, right? And something that I want you guys to realize is that, yes, Trump has said that he will be establishing a Bitcoin strategic reserve. Now, obviously, there will be obstacles into making that reserve happen. But on the flip side, the Republicans control the House and they control the Senate. So right now, pretty much, if he does want to get things to happen, right now is the time that it's easier to happen than ever before, right? And one of the narratives that I had recently thought about was, um, you know, if Bitcoin, you know, if we do get a Bitcoin reserve, um, folks, uh, we're going to the moon if we get a Bitcoin reserve. And one of the narratives is other countries would possibly want to jump in onto that Bitcoin reserve, because if the U.S. does something, for the most part, everybody follows suit, right? If the U.S. were to make a strategic reserve, so I mean, if other countries start doing reserves, you know, sky is the limit here, right? China possibly legalizing Bitcoin in 2025. That is that is something to think about. A possible scenario. Um, that China legalizes Bitcoin. So it's something to keep in mind. We do have Trump coming into office. A lot of hype around crypto. A lot of people talking about crypto. So I mean, folks, we could be going to the moon, real soon. We got Papa Johnny saying over here, if the U.S. has a reserve, we will ensure any regulations are favorable. That I will agree. I will definitely agree on that. That for the most part, regulation wise in crypto, they're probably gonna be pro everything crypto, right? So they're probably gonna try to make it as lenient as possible, rather than trying to restrict things, right? Um, we have, the past couple years. I mean, we've had a lot of people in office that definitely haven't supported crypto at all, and now it's kind of like a big change in story. And then it's kind of crazy how we are getting all this in the middle of a bull run, right? A bull run that happens in crypto every 4 years, right? Because Bitcoin is very cyclical, right? It works in cycles. So the thing is that the fact that we have all this happening in the middle of a bull run, I mean, it gets us all excited, because I mean, we can make a ton of money here, right? So one thing I want to touch on is the Bitcoin dominance, and something that I wanted to talk about was the fact that Bitcoin has been stealing the show. Bitcoin has been stealing the show in crypto for the most part. I mean, altcoins are down bad. Altcoins haven't been performing. Even when Bitcoin goes up, altcoins been struggling, and Ethereum really has been struggling. I mean, I know I'm not the only one that's been noticing this. That that Ethereum has been struggling massively compared to Bitcoin and the altcoins. And I know a lot of people are spreading a lot of narratives that altcoin season. Even I was saying altcoin season is gonna start soon, but the reality is that it hasn't started, and Bitcoin dominance continues to bounce up. Now, where I would be trading altcoins is when we get a confirmed breakdown in Bitcoin dominance. Until Bitcoin dominance, which is how much Bitcoin dominates the entire market, until this actually breaks down, I mean, altcoins are going to continue to bleed against Bitcoin. Okay, because if Bitcoin goes to $108,000 right now, starts testing that all-time high again, I mean, if dominance keeps going up, altcoins are going to continue to bleed. right? And that's something that you guys got to think about. And this is why I've realized also, in a bear market, for the most part, you're better off just buying Bitcoin. Now, I was always a person that would say, we got to get, altcoins, this, that, and the third. But me personally, I think that holding Bitcoin in a bear market is actually more worth it, because then later down the line, especially like in a moment right now where Bitcoin's so up and altcoins are so down, you can now watch the Bitcoin dominance, and once it actually dips and actually starts to get ugly, that's when you can trade out of the Bitcoin to get these altcoins to then get more Bitcoin, right? That's something to consider, right? Let's look at Ethereum. Ugh. Ugh. And one thing to notice too, right? This is what I like to do, okay? I like to get, let's say, an Ethereum chart, right? And reflect it to a Bitcoin chart. So let's delete all these over here. All right. Notice the difference, right? In the ETH chart and the Bitcoin chart. Big differences. Big differences. Ethereum is underperforming greatly against Bitcoin. I mean, Ethereum's chart is disgusting compared to Bitcoin. What can I say? I mean, there's no changing in this chart until the Bitcoin dominance goes down. That's just my opinion. Ethereum also is in danger also because of coins like Solana. Okay, when you look at Ethereum and you look at Solana, one could argue that Solana is gaining strength against ETH. Let's see, Sol Ethereum. Yeah, Sol Ethereum. Sol is looking very good against Ethereum, to be honest with you. Ethereum, if Ethereum doesn't change up soon, the narrative is going to be Solana, and people are not going to be trading Ethereum now. Do I think Ethereum is going to hit an all-time high? Probably. Ethereum is probably going to hit all-time high in this bull run, most likely. But also, one thing to think about too, let's go to past bull runs, right? Let's go to past bull runs so I can show you guys something. Okay? Past bull runs. This is the bull run of 2021. This was in May 2021, okay? Check this out. We had a 60% correction. 60% correction on Ethereum before, hold on, look, 60% correction on Ethereum before we ultimately had another 185% pump on Ethereum. So for those that are getting nervous and feeling like, oh, but is the bull run over? We're seeing massive dumps, yada yada yada. If that was a 60% correction, right, on ETH, look at where in the last bull run. Look at where we are right now. 30%. It's 29, but let's just call it 30%. What are people worried about? If you're seeing a 30% correction on Ethereum, and last bull run we've seen a 60% correction, that means that coins are getting bigger, coins are getting stronger, coins are not dumping as much as they used to. Because as we all know, as the market gets bigger, there will be less volatility, right? Um, so that's something to think about, right? Um, so I just feel like it's not like we don't gotta worry too much about you know, if we had a little dump in the meantime in the middle of a bull run. This has happened in the past. This is not a moment to be shaken out. Now, if Bitcoin actually had went under, right? If Bitcoin had actually went under that 91 90K mark, right? Then I would have been I would I would have changed up um you know rearranged my plan, right? I mean, we're still in the bull run. Now, here's one thing that I do want you guys to think about, right? For anybody who's accumulating, okay? Anybody who's accumulating Bitcoin, anybody who's accumulating, alts, I would say, right, when Bitcoin retests these bottoms, right? When Bitcoin retests these bottoms, that's when you should be accumulating, okay? Now, there is a chance, okay, that Bitcoin rejects here and retests the bottom, which is something we've seen numerous times in the past, right? So it's not nothing new here. If it were to retest the bottom and actually on the daily possibly hit this moving average, okay? This is a moving average that as long as Bitcoin keeps trading sideways right here, there is a possibility that Bitcoin, as long as Bitcoin keeps trading sideways, this moving average will keep moving up. So this is something that we've seen in the past as well, where Bitcoin waits to see moving averages catch up before ultimately moonshotting, right? Kind of like a moment like this, okay? When we see in February 2024, right here, this was a moment kind of like what we're seeing right now, to be honest with you. I mean, it looks small here when you see it, but this is kind of like the same, not the same, obviously, but like similar situations, right? We have a support right here. Look, we have a support right here. Okay. This is where the prices hit multiple times. 50K, 50K, 50K. Then a super ugly capitulation candle, followed by massive pumps. But also, you guys got to think about these moving averages, right? They have to catch up sometimes. And sometimes the prices, crypto doesn't work in moonshots. It works in waves, okay? Just like right now where we are in Bitcoin, it moves in waves, okay? This is a wave. Hold on. This is a wave. We move in waves. We don't do this. Look, we don't just do this. Okay? And we don't do this. Okay? What we do is we move in waves. Okay? Waves. Then to go up, okay? So that's something that I want you guys to think about. And for all those trading right now, don't get super excited right now. Okay? Wait until we see clear opportunities. Wait till breakouts. Majority of the time, the best trade you're gonna make is when you wait for the breakout. Once the breakout happens, you make move. Now, if you are trying to predict the move, especially when people are trying to predict reversals, I've done this numerous times in the past. When you're trying to predict a reversal, that like this chart has been holding 91K for months. Now you're trying to predict a reversal, chances are more than not it's probably gonna bounce up. Okay, bulls have been holding this well up, especially when you have guys like Michael Saylor buying Bitcoin every single Monday. This man has been buying Bitcoin every single Monday for, I believe it's like 9 weeks straight. Okay, 9 weeks straight, Michael Saylor has been buying Bitcoin. Okay, demand doesn't stop. And then when we look at MicroStrategy Bitcoin holdings, these guys are insane. These guys hold 450,000 Bitcoin. Okay? And it doesn't stop either, because his plan is to keep acquiring Bitcoin. Okay? And obviously, he's doing things with his stock, issuing new stock, selling the stock to then go buy more Bitcoin, because he wants as much exposure to Bitcoin as he can before it actually takes off. Because once Bitcoin takes off, 200,000, 300,000, and he's already in that big, I mean, he's going to be vibing, right? He's going to be lit. So, you know, I am assuming that Michael Saylor is not going to stop buying Bitcoin, and he's probably going to continue to buy Bitcoin at he's not going to stop, man. This guy is insane, bro. He's definitely not going to stop. Yo, if y'all got what's up, chat? Let's see what the chat is writing over here. We got Antlin over here talking about Jasmine, H-bar, XRP, and ADA to the moon. Hey, I mean, Jasmine looks like one of those that could actually moon. H-bar, XRP, ooh, let's not even get into XRP. Ooh. Well, you know, talk about H-bar actually, since you guys wrote about H-bar. Me personally, this chart looks phenomenal. I really like this chart. I really do like this chart, actually. Hold on. See a little trend line over here. Bam. To me, you know what this looks like to me? To me, this chart right here on H-bar looks like a bull flag. That's what that looks like. Okay? Looks like this. Look. Hold on. For ultimately, symmetrical triangle before going to the moon. That's what I think. Yeah, if y'all got any coins, write them in the chat. I'll happily look at some coins for y'all. Yeah, man, H-bar, this is actually a chart that I really like. I really do like this chart. I think that this actually could do a lot of numbers, especially the fact that, you know, with the Trump narrative that, you know, we could possibly have a 0% tax on coins that are made in U.S., you know, to bring crypto to the U.S., you know. So I really like this chart, by the way. H-bar is pretty dope. We got God Hash talking about Shiba over here. Let's take a look at Shiba. Personally, this is not the best looking chart right now. Me personally, to keep it honest. Only because it failed. Just because, like, I mean, look, at the end of the day, I just want to get it off my chest. Shiba, I think, is going to go to the moon this bull run. But now, for the moment, obviously, I think there's better charts to play. Now, if you're holding it for the long term, that's great, right? But I just think, personally, Shiba is not the best looking chart right now. The fact that, and this is what got me on, on Shiba, right? The fact that March 2024, okay, this is March 2024, okay? It went all the way up here, right? Hit a key fib, retraced, right? So that was like around 4565, okay? Here's my problem. On this whole run up, let's start from where Trump got elected. So Trump got elected, because this whole pump, really, you have to track it from when Trump got elected, because the pumps literally start on when Trump got elected. See, the pump starts. Okay, here's my problem. It failed to hit the previous local all-time high. Now, obviously, that's not the real all-time high, but the local, right? The short-term all-time high from March. It couldn't hit this. Retraced, and it's consolidating. Cool. But I don't think it's the best looking chart in the world right now. I think there's better charts to trade. But if you want to hold long term, hey, by all means, you know, get that bread, bro. We got João Dunão over here talking about GRT. GRT, the graph token. Mamma mia. Okay, let's see. Another one. Another one where, I mean, hey, you know, I'm one of the biggest believers in GRT, but this chart looks very similar to this chart, to the Shiba chart. Okay, and many altcoins actually have the same looking chart. Now, H bar is H bar is a whole different kind of vibe, right? H bar looks phenomenal. You see how this chart looks completely different than this chart. You see what I'm saying? GRT, you see what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, I think these are all gonna moon, but I just feel like for the moment they aren't the best looking charts. They might take longer at the moment to produce those gains that y'all want. But the plus is that a lot of charts look like this. So when they do moon, they're all probably gonna moon together, right? That's something to think about. We got Ant None over here talking about Jasmine. Let me look at Jasmine right quick. Hold on. Okay, this chart actually looks a little better. Little better chart. Why? We have, look, clear. There's a very, very easy chart to draw out right here. Very easy chart to draw. Hold on. We have a range. We have a range. See this? Hold on. Make me draw like this a little bit. Okay. So we have this channel that Jasmine's been stuck in. Okay. The thing I like about Jasmine right now, when I'm looking at it right now, high, higher high, another higher high, low, higher low, possibly another higher low. Okay, so for me, this is a bullish chart. Okay, me looking at this personally, I feel like this is bullish. If you want to hold it, and possibly what? Possibly this is a bottom, right? So possibly go up to the top of the channel, break out, maybe form another higher high. Okay, so this is actually a coin that wouldn't be bad to bet on. It's building a staircase, and possibly you are buying the bottom of that staircase. Now, to time bottoms, I don't try to time bottoms anymore because we all know how that goes. Try to time bottoms, and it ain't what you expect. You're not smarter than the market, so not me, not you is gonna time the bottom of the market. But for me personally, if you're holding, if you're trying to buy, just possibly to try to run up a new high, I think this is good. Now it is very far from all-time high, right? But possibly it won't hit all-time high. But even if it could hit 50% of that all-time high, that still would be great. That still would be a substantial amount of money, right? Don't get it twisted. Papa Johnny talking about Chill Guy and XLM. Let's look at Chill Guy. I actually already had the Chill Guy chart, open over here, so I could, look at it with you guys. Now, look, this is one meme coin. Me personally, I think that Chill Guy's gonna go to the moon, in the bull run. Why? Because I feel like that it's one of the biggest memes known to regular people. Regular people outside of crypto all know about the Chill Guy meme. They don't even know about the Chill Guy coin. So that opens doors for, Coinbase to list it. Coinbase is listing almost anything right now. I just seen today on Coinbase right here. Look. Coinbase. Look at this. Roadmap. Toshi. Coinbase listing a shitcoin on Base Chain. They over here listing Peanut the Squirrel. Like, bro, we going to the moon. Like, literally, like you have a whole pro crypto government coming in about to be lenient on regulations, everything, and they're over here listing meme coins. Like, back in the day, Coinbase would take a very long time to list certain stuff, and they weren't listing stuff all the time, especially shitcoins. And now you're seeing Coinbase literally listing shitcoins regularly as if it's nothing, right? So they have Toshi over here, and the Coinbase effect is insane, right? Let me just look at the Toshi chart before I go to Chill Guy right quick. Let's just see. Like, you see what I'm saying? This is the Coinbase effect for you guys. Look at this. It did a 350%. Now, 151%. But my point is that when Coinbase lists something, it's going to the moon. Okay? So let me go back to Chill Guy. Okay? Now, this is what I want you guys to understand about Chill Guy. Okay? And this is what I want you guys to understand about meme coins. Okay? There's a phenomenon that I've realized in meme coins. Okay? You have the moon in the beginning. You have the drawdown, and then you trade sideways. Okay? You trade sideways for the foreseeable future. Okay, because this is still a downtrend. I want you guys to realize this. This is a downtrend, okay? This is a downtrend. It doesn't take a genius to figure that out. And me personally, I'm DCAing on the way down. Why? Because, like I said, it's the narrative. Memes are all about culture, all about narrative. And that's what makes certain meme coins win. So if Chill Guy is continuously going down, once we see that trading sideways action, where it's starting to level off, and this is the phenomenon I talk about, and you can see this in any big meme, okay? It does this. Literally, it starts going vertical. Okay, now when this is going to happen, it could be 3 months from now. It could be 4 months from now. It could be 5 months from now. It could be 6 months from now. It could be the end of the bull run. The very end of the bull run, this moons. But what I do know for a fact is that this downtrend probably will continue. Okay? And that's just me being real. That it probably will continue and bounce off the trend line to continuously go down. Okay? That's something to think about. Now, here's the thing to think about too, though. Once it breaks out of that trend line, then we're going to start seeing some highs. Okay? Now, I'm not saying this is going to hit all-time high, because all-time high is about 800 million market cap. But me personally, I would hold Chill Guy for long term. Just because I feel like it's one of the best positioned memes coming into this bull run. Whereas a lot of memes aren't positioned like Chill Guy. I mean, everybody knows this meme. Everybody knows this meme right now. Everyone on Instagram, Twitter, social media, TikTok, they're all using this meme. So I feel like this is a good DCA, because my target on Chill Guy is easily, to me, I feel like a Chill Guy could hit a 5 billion market cap. And that's a 50x from here, right? Same thing kind of like a Brett. Brett, which is a coin on base chain, like the average person doesn't know who Brett is. Okay? The average person does not know who Brett is. But Brett did go to a $2.3 billion market cap. Now, you trying to tell me that Brett is bigger than Chill Guy? Obviously not. But it still did its thing. It has a strong community behind it. Okay? So, me personally, I think Chill Guy is good in my eyes, but will it continue to probably go down? Probably. Okay, that's just me being realistic, but I think it is a good time to start DCAing into it. You know, I'm not saying right now is the bottom, but like a good time to DCA, because if Chill Guy goes to a $5 billion market cap, you're not gonna care if you bought it at 100 million, 90 million, 80 million, 120 million, 200 million, 300 million. You're not gonna care about what you bought it at, because you're already gonna be up big. So, but also, I'm not saying for you to go risk your whole bag in Chill Guy. You know, Chill Guy shouldn't be the majority of your bag, and you shouldn't be risking all your money on a meme coin, because at the end of the day, I'm just speculating here, and I don't know the future. I can only speculate on what's gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? That's something to think about. We have Greg over here do scale chart. I'm gonna take like two more charts for you guys. Let's see scale. Another one that looks exactly like a GRT. See? And it looks like Shiba. Same kind of looking chart. Scale is the same looking chart as the rest of these coins. All these coins that have the chart that looks like this, because all the altcoins, not all of them, because H bar obviously is different, but majority of the altcoins that have a chart like this, they're all probably going to moon together. They all look the same. They have a high. They have a, look, they have a high, lower high, which was bad, but possibly can form a higher low. Okay? Because that's what I'm assuming. Form a higher low to then go up and form a higher high. Okay, but for right now, that's why these coins continue to bleed, because their charts aren't looking good and Bitcoin dominance keeps going up. Now, do I believe these coins are going to go to the moon? Hell yeah, we're in a bull run. I've seen it before, and I'm pretty sure it'll happen again. And Scale is listed on Coinbase. But these charts all look the same. They all look ugly. And we need to let the charts play out. Because once these charts play out, and it can possibly do like what I just did, form a higher low to then take us to a higher high, right? Higher high. See? That would be phenomenal. Okay? So that's something to think about. We have Caio Carvalho over here, my guy. How you feeling? Talking about fat over here. Okay, let's see fetch. Okay, this chart looks actually a little different than the rest of the charts. Very different than a GRT or a Shiba or a Scale. Very different. It's not the best looking chart, to be honest with you, but it's also not the worst looking chart. This has been mooning on its own against the entire market. That's something to think about. It's literally been mooning, right? Now I wish that this whole consolidation had happened up here, kind of like H bar, because then it would be very clear. But one thing I do like about this is that higher lows, higher lows, higher lows to potentially take us to a retest of here, okay? Because this coin most likely is going to try to retest this high. Now, if it's going to pass that high, we don't know. Because I've seen many stuff like this happen. Retest, break down, hold on, jump up, retest this, retest this, right? Because the high usually is retested. Once you pass a high, the top becomes a support. So you retest the support to then take you to a higher high. Now, that's just something that could happen. I'm not saying it will happen, but it's something to think about. You know, I don't think right now this doesn't look like the best looking chart, but it's also not the worst looking chart, okay? Okay, so last coin I'm going to take by GoGetta is Alchemy Pay. Alchemy Pay, I believe, is... yeah, it's ACH. Oof, this chart is nasty. Ugh. Yeah, I don't like this chart. Oh, nah, I don't like this one. Nah, I wouldn't be trading this one. That's just me, but I mean, it's consolidating in the same range for millenniums, right? It's not the worst looking chart, but it is consolidating in this range. So, I mean, one easy thing I can tell you, and this is just, anybody will tell you this, it's gonna retest this top. Okay? It could It could retest this top to then jump back in the channel. So, me personally, I would trade the bottom of this range. Anytime it's in the bottom of this range, I would be looking to buy. Okay, this is a simple chart that is easily like just being accumulated at the bottom of the range. So you know, if you're looking to leverage this, I definitely wouldn't leverage this in the middle of the channel. Like if you're leveraging over here, no. I would leverage at the bottom of the channel. If you're looking to short at the top of the channel. If you short at the top of the channel, see, because anybody who paid attention to this range and they shorted here, they made a lot of money on the way down because the range was already established back here. Okay, we knew this was a bottom, we knew this was a top. So if this part didn't exist, you already knew that this was the top of the range and this was the bottom of the range. So over here, it was going to retest that high from before, and it went back down and retested the low from before. So right now we are in the middle of that channel. Hey, maybe it jumps over here, maybe rejects a little bit. That's something you got to think about. Okay, but look, I appreciate everybody for showing up. I'm gonna continue to do these streams, just getting accustomed to OBS. I am not a pro at OBS yet on the streaming software. I'm getting taking classes on it, so I'm getting better at it. But look, man, I appreciate everybody showing up. I appreciate everybody through the whole bull run, through all the bear market, always being showing support and on the Instagram page and in the community and the Discord. But hey, let's keep winning. Let's keep making this money. And we'll have another update tomorrow. Another live stream tomorrow.